Hey everyone, in this video I'll be sharing 16 things to do in London, Ontario. But before I get started, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're interested in more Ontario content, be sure to check out my full Ontario playlist where I have over 30 videos of attractions and activities to do around Ontario. Here's a quick preview. Now let's jump into the list of things to do in London.
If you're looking for things to do in London, Ontario, you can come check out Gateway Casino. It's part of the Western Fair District, and every year they host an annual event here in September, and there's tons of different events hosted throughout the year.
If you're into gambling or just like to watch others, then the casino might be high on your list. Here you can participate in sports betting, they have horse races, and there's even slots and table games, which unfortunately I couldn't record. The second attraction is Labatt Brewery.
Another thing that you can do here in London, Ontario is come to Labatt Breweries and do a tour. Labatt Breweries was actually founded in 1847 by John Labatt before Ontario was even Ontario. You can come and do a tour and learn more about the history of the beer production and Labatt Breweries here in London, Ontario, and even do some tastings. We actually wanted to do a tour today, but unfortunately it was closed. But a good note is that it's only $12 per adult to do a tour. Another thing that you can do if you're in London, Ontario is visit Banting House. This heritage site is the birthplace of insulin because this is where Dr. Frederick Banting conceived the idea of creating insulin, and he's one of the co-creators. So this place is very cool. There's a lot of different memorials and statues around here, and you can even do a tour of the little Banting House Museum when it's open. Unfortunately for us, it's not open today. So we were able to do a little bit of looking around outside here. It is on a busy street, as you can see behind me, but it's a lovely place to come and check out. So if you're in London, you should definitely come check out Banting House. Another spot nearby the Banting House is actually London's East Village. So you can come here if you're looking for shopping, restaurants, and just to look around a really funky area of London.
When we drove by, many of the stores hadn't opened yet, and it looked a little run down. But it seems like they are trying to revitalize this area, and there are quite a few boutique and unique shops and even a distillery to visit. The fifth attraction is Covent Garden Market. Established in 1845 and located in downtown London, this market offers various food vendors, merchants, and even a weekly farmers market. They also host an array of festivals and events throughout the year, like beer fests, celebrations, and artisan markets. They are now open 7 days a week, according to their website. The sixth thing to do is visit Richmond Row. This street in London is a happening place with restaurants, shops, and lively bars. Since this is a university and college town, this area of the city gets pretty lively on weekends, and I have some fond memories of this area from when I lived in the city. And a newer attraction is the craft brewery Toboggan Brewing Company, which is pretty great. Speaking of breweries,
another activity that you can do in London is go to a brewery. They actually have a ton of different breweries here in the city that you can choose from, and we happen to like 3 particular ones. We like Powerhouse, Toboggan, and Anderson, but we haven't been to them all yet, so perhaps on a future trip to London, we'll have to test out the rest. But let's take you on a quick tour of some of the ones that we visited today.
Powerhouse Brewing Company is actually located in the old Kellogg factory. They even have some of the original signage from the factory up inside. There is indoor and outdoor seating, a great food menu, and lots of delicious beers to choose from. Anderson Craft Ales is up next. We love the atmosphere here, and they have an upstairs area that offers more seating. In the summer, they usually open up a patio too, and the beer is delicious. Every time we were there, they had some food options available to order along with your beer. Number 8 is Sifton Bog.
Another activity that you can do in London, Ontario is visit Sifton Bog. Unfortunately for us, we have had very bad luck today with the weather, so it is too rainy and very muddy, so we're not going to go very far on this path, but it is a beautiful nature area that you can come for a walk and just enjoy being out in nature. It's pretty muddy here, but I'm gonna take you down to the boardwalk and show you what it's like in the spring. It would probably be a much nicer attraction to visit in the summer. Depending on when you're here, you can still come and take a look.
Sifton Bog is an environmentally significant area known for the floating acid peat bog and diverse plant life. There's a boardwalk over it to walk on, and the site has parking available, but not a lot, so get there early if you want to visit on a nice day.
Another thing you can do in London, Ontario is come to the Fanshawe Pioneer Village. The village spans from 1820 to 1920, so there is 100 years of history to check out.
We spent quite a bit of time here exploring the historic buildings and learning about pioneer life. Not all buildings are original to the area, but they are mostly original, an activity great for history buffs. And while you're in the area, you can also visit Attraction 10, Fanshawe Conservation Area. There are plenty of things to see and do in this area, including day-use visits for fishing and boating. You can rent canoes and kayaks, and even hike the trails. You can also make reservations to camp there as well, so it's a nice spot to take a break from the hustle and bustle of city life.
If you're in London, Ontario, you can definitely stop at Victoria Park. It's a beautiful park area. You can do picnicking here, walk along the pathways, check out some of the Canadian geese because there are swarms of them here, or I guess I should say flocks. But we happened upon Victoria Park on Rib Fest and Craft Beer Fest. So we're gonna go check that out now.
Throughout the year, Victoria Park hosts various activities, and it's a lovely area in the downtown core to take a stroll through the park. Number 12 is to take a day trip to St. Thomas.
Completely and totally by accident, we found St. Thomas Elevated Park, which is Canada's only elevated park, and it was completed by private donation. So we're gonna go take a look. For a quick detour, it was pretty good. Now we're gonna continue on and go to our next attraction. You'll see it soon.
There's lots to keep you busy in the area for the day, like a visit to Caps Off Brewing, the Railway Museum, and Jumbo the Elephant Monument, to name a few. And if day trips are your thing, number 13 on my list is to take a day trip to Port Stanley. This beach town is very popular in the summer for the large beach on the shores of Lake Erie and their downtown area. It was a cool afternoon when we visited, and it was still pretty packed. There are restrooms, change rooms, and even GT's restaurant with lots of outdoor seating. Or you can head to the cute downtown area to visit some of the shops and restaurants.
If you're in the London area, you should definitely come check out Eldon House. You can take self-guided tours inside the house and the gardens, and they even offer afternoon tea.
Eldon House is London's oldest residence and has many family heirlooms, furnishings, and treasures from the Harris family. It has been preserved and maintained since 1960 when it was donated to the City of London. We loved learning about the family and exploring this massive historic home. Number 15 on my list is Springbank Park. This 300-acre park is located along the Thames River and has trails and great areas for picnicking and gathering with friends and family, and it's open year-round. And number 16 is Storybook Gardens. This is a perfect attraction for families with younger kids. It's located in Springbank Park and offers rides, attractions, and entertainment for families.
Well, that's it. Those are our suggestions of things to see and do in London, Ontario. I hope this video can be helpful if you're planning your own trip to London. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more travel videos coming soon.